Hey everyone, I'm Bob. Welcome back to my channel. Sorry I haven't posted in a few weeks. I really am trying to vlog every week, but sometimes life just doesn't pan out that way. I also have been really busy at work. I posted an Ask Me Anything on my Instagram last night, and in this video, I'm gonna do some Q&A and answer all the great questions that you gave me on my Instagram. So let's get this Q&A started with the first question. What is your favorite city on Okinawa and what do you like about it? My favorite city on Okinawa is probably like Urasue. I like it because it kind of reminds me of Tokyo. It's like in the middle of the island, so you don't feel like you're on a tropical island, you feel like you're in a city. It's kind of a more lucrative area of Okinawa, so the shops and everything there tend to be a little nicer than, say, around Okinawa City where I live or up north where I work. It's also closer to things like really nice shopping areas, the airports, a lot of the medical services that you would need in Okinawa are also located in that general area. So if I had my choice, I would want to live in that area here in Okinawa, but I don't. We live here in Okinawa City because it's closer to my work and that's where my son's school is. So it looks like for the time being we're stuck here, but I really enjoy the Urasue Ginawan area of Okinawa. I would say that is my favorite place on the island. Cracking the code and getting into the GS system. I don't have any plans to start working as a GS employee at this time. I have went through the process of applying for a GS job and interviewing for a GS job. For those of you that don't know or maybe new to Okinawa, GS stands for General Schedule. They are government employee jobs that are on military installations here in Okinawa, also around the world. There's a website called usajobs.gov, which I'll link down in the description box below, that lists all the GS jobs open depending on what area you are in. Yes, GS jobs are really hard to get. They're really selective. There is the personnel office you can go talk to. I think they're located on Kadena. If you're having trouble applying for a GS job or you have questions about the application process, the interview process, I went to them. They helped me out when I was applying for a GS job. I didn't get it, which is a good thing because I'm really happy with where I ended up in my career. I love being a consultant. I love working with a client and I love the team that I'm working for here in Japan. So no, I don't have any plans right now to start a GS position. If one did come up and the position was good, the pay was good, and the location was good, I might consider it, but not something I'm really looking into right now. On that note, my firm always has openings here in Okinawa, so if you would be interested, you can reach out to me on LinkedIn, and I'll put my LinkedIn down in the description box below. How is that new travel folio? So I just got this Bellroy travel folio, which I really like. Something I've been wanting to get for a long time. I got it, finally came in the mail. This is how I use it. You put your passport here, credit cards here. It's got a space in the back for cash, kind of like a wallet. And then it also comes with this micro pen. So when you're on a plane filling out the customs forms, you have a pen to do that with. It feels really nice. It's made out of environmentally friendly leather and it feels really good in the hand. The construction quality is really good. Bellroy is an Australian brand that makes travel accessories and travel gear. I really like them, although this is the only Bellroy thing I have right now. I'll probably be buying more stuff from them in the future. So yeah, Bellroy, check it out. How was Korea? Korea was really nice. I love Korea. It's my favorite country to visit, probably outside of Japan. I was lucky enough to stay with friends there. They hosted me in their apartment, so I didn't have to pay for a hotel or Airbnb or anything like that. So I was in their apartment. They have twin 2-year-old boys, so it was very hectic, chaotic, loud, noisy, but I loved it. I really did enjoy being in Korea, seeing my friends, having conversations with them, getting to meet their kids for the first time. So let me tell you a story about what I had to do to actually get out of Korea. So Korea is open for travel now, but a lot of the airlines only have flights back to Japan in the morning. So I had to get a really early flight. My flight was at like 7:30. My friends live in Pyeongtaek, which is like in the southern part of Seoul, like below the Han River, really, really far from the airport. So I was like, no problem. I'll just get up early, hop on a bus, take a bus to Incheon, the airport in Korea, and I'm good to go. Come to find out, they don't have buses that run to the airport at that time of the morning. So I was like, okay, Plan B, I'll just go get a cheap hotel near the airport and take a taxi to the airport in the morning. So I found a cheap hotel. It was like $50 a night near the airport. I booked it and I was like, okay, I'll take a bus in the afternoon the day before from where my friends live to Incheon, get a taxi to the hotel, take a taxi back to the airport in the morning, get on my plane, good to go. Well, that didn't work either, because when I went to the bus terminal to get a bus ticket to Incheon Airport, they said there were no more buses to the airport that day. So I was like, great, now what do I do? So I talked to the lady selling tickets. She said there was a bus to Incheon City, not Incheon Airport, leaving in about 10 minutes. So I got a ticket for Incheon City. So I get on the bus, I go to Incheon City, I get out of the bus, I get a taxi to my hotel. And when I booked my hotel, it said that they have a shuttle in the morning to the airport. Well, that didn't happen either, because when I went to check into the hotel, I asked the receptionist, what time does the first shuttle leave to the airport? And I guess the next day was a holiday, Korean election day, something like that. So she said there is no shuttle tomorrow. Now, how do I get to the airport? So the receptionist said there is no shuttle, but here's a number for a taxi. So I was like, okay, cool. I'll come back down in the morning. Whatever receptionist is here, I don't speak a word of Korean, so I'll ask them to call me a taxi and I'll take a taxi to the airport. Okay, so I had a plan. I went to sleep. I woke up. It's like 5 o'clock in the morning. I went downstairs. There's a sign on the reception desk that says the receptionist isn't going to be there till 9 o'clock. Well, my flight leaves at 7:30, so that is not going to work out for me. So I call my friend and I tell him, like, hey, no, there's nobody here to call me a taxi. How do I get to the airport? So he actually got on his, in Korea, everything's done through Kakao. So he got on his Kakao taxi app from his home in Pyeongtaek, called me a taxi to my location of where I was, sent me a picture of the license plate number. I ran outside the hotel. I saw the taxi pull up. I matched the license plate number. I said, okay, cool, this is my guy. Waved him down, got in the taxi, went to the airport, and was able to go through customs and immigration and get to my plane on time. So again, thank you, Elliot, if you're watching this, for saving my life in Korea. What is the most exotic thing you have eaten? I don't really do too many exotic foods, as it were, but maybe the most unusual thing I've eaten, or the thing I've eaten that I wouldn't normally eat, would be fried crickets. When I was in Thailand, I ate fried crickets. They didn't really taste like anything. They just tasted like the batter and the seasoning that they were fried in. I would say that, or I've tried horse meat in a Japanese izakaya. It's really popular to serve raw horse meat there. I guess that's it. Is that exotic? I don't know. I'm sure there's more bizarre things people eat. What is your go-to comfort food, music, or TV show? Good question. I would say for comfort food, I like French fries. Specifically, I like French fries with stuff on them. So I like fries with curry and cheese on top is really good. I love poutine if and when I can get it. For a TV show, always The Office. That is my go-to TV show when I just want to have something playing in the background. And as for music, I guess it really depends on my mood. But for background music, like EDM, techno type thing, or classical music, nothing with lyrics if I'm just listening to music in the background. If I'm listening to music with lyrics, I tend to really want to focus on the lyrics, and it's not good for me to play that as background music while I'm working or cleaning or something like that. Ooh, here's a great question. Knowing what you know now, going back, would you still join the Air Force or another branch? Knowing what I know now, I definitely still would have joined the military, and I definitely still would have joined the Air Force. However, I probably would have waited till I finished school and went in as a commissioned officer rather than going in enlisted. I've made videos about my military experience before. You know, I did choose to separate from the military. I thought it was a good time for me to get out, but there was nothing really bad about my military experience. I enjoyed the time I was in. I enjoyed the people I met, the places I got to go, the things I got to do. I think the reason I would rather go in commissioned than enlisted is that I wanted to go into the military to go into a leadership role, a mentorship role, and that takes a long time to get to being enlisted. But I definitely would have joined the Air Force. Just would have went in commissioned rather than enlisted. Well, everyone, that is going to wrap up this Q&A. Thank you for the questions. Thank you so much for watching. Happy Pride Month to all my LGBTQ friends out there, and I will see all of you in the next video.